Welcome back to CodeMechanic, your go-to channel for demystifying those tricky engine codes. Today, we're diving into another common but often misunderstood code, P0175, which stands for System to Rich Bank 2. If you drive a car with a V6, V8, or even a larger engine, especially from a European manufacturer, this one is for you. So, what exactly does P0175 mean? It's the sibling to the P0172 code we discussed earlier. But this time the problem is on bank 2 of your engine. For those new to this, bank 1 is typically the side of the engine, with cylinder number 1, and bank 2 is the opposite side. When your car's computer, the ACU, logs a P0175 code, it is telling you that the fuel-to-air mixture in bank 2 has too much gasoline and not enough air. The ECU tries to compensate by reducing the amount of fuel being injected, but it has reached its maximum adjustment limit and is still running rich. What are the telltale signs you might have a P0175 code even before you plug in a scanner? One of the most obvious symptoms is a strong smell of gasoline coming from your exhaust. This is unburned fuel exiting the tailpipe. You might also notice your engine running rough, especially at idle, or even experiencing misfires. Your check engine light will definitely be on. Another big one is a noticeable drop in fuel economy. Because the engine is dumping in too much fuel, your gas mileage will suffer. In some cases, you might even see black smoke coming from the exhaust, which is another clear sign of a rich condition. Now, let's talk about the causes. What could make your engine's bank to run so rich? The list is quite similar to P0172, but we're refocusing on the components serving bank 2. A leading culprit is a leaking or stuck open fuel injector on one of the cylinders in bank 2. This allows excess fuel to pour into the cylinder continuously. Another common cause is high fuel pressure. This could be due to a faulty fuel pressure regulator, which isn't correctly managing the pressure in the fuel rail. Don't overlook the sensors. A faulty mass airflow or MAF sensor can give incorrect readings about the amount of air entering the engine, causing the ECU to miscalculate the fuel needed. Similarly, the oxygen sensors, specifically the upstream O2 sensor for bank 2, play a crucial role. If this sensor is slow to respond or sends a false lean signal, the ECU will overcompensate by adding more fuel, leading to a rich condition. And while it's less common for a rich code, a vacuum leak can sometimes confuse the system, though it usually causes a lean code. We also have to consider a dirty or clogged air filter restricting airflow. So, how do we diagnose P0175 properly? First, you'll need an OBD scanner capable of reading live data. The most important data points are your short-term and long-term fuel trims for bank 2. With a P0175 code, you'll see strongly negative numbers for both, often maxed out at -25% or more. This confirms the ECU is aggressively trying to pull fuel out. Next, check your fuel pressure with a gauge. Compare the reading to your vehicle's specifications. If it's too high, the fuel pressure regulator is a likely suspect. After that, it's time to analyze your O2 sensors. Watch the live data for the bank 2 upstream sensor. It should switch rapidly between high and low voltage. If it's stuck or slow, it's probably bad. You can also perform an injector balance test to see if one injector is flowing more than the others. Some professional scanners have this function, or you can do it manually by measuring the fuel flow from each injector. Don't forget to inspect the MAF sensor for contamination and check the air filter. Once you've found the culprit, the repair is usually straightforward. If you have a bad fuel injector, replace it. If the fuel pressure is high, replace the fuel pressure regulator. A faulty oxygen sensor or MAF sensor needs to be swapped out for a new one. If it's just a clogged air filter, that's an easy and cheap fix. After completing the repair, always clear the codes and take the car for a drive to ensure the fuel trims for bank to return to normal, ideally close to 0. And that's a wrap on code P0175. It might seem intimidating, but with a systematic approach, you can pinpoint the problem and get your engine running smoothly again. If you found this video helpful, give us a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button. Drop any questions you have in the comments below, and we'll see you in the next video. Thanks for watching.